Alright, we're going to do this again, another draft analysis type video. We just had the green-black counters deck. We finished the draft 3-3, but the last game bugged out on us, and we just got kicked from the game. And the first game was just a terrible keep on my part. I thought that the forest in my hand was a swamp, and so I kept a hand with a bunch of black stuff and no black mana. Oh, sick. What? What was that? Oh, maybe that was... Wow, did they already refund my last draft? So yeah, that was unfortunate, and maybe we already got it back. Nissa is going to be the pick here. If Nissa weren't in the pack, I think it would be Domination. Really good uncommons here. Domination's good. Bubble Snare is the best common. But I don't think we can pass up on a Planeswalker. What does she even do? You may put her, yeah, so we're just going to want to go grab Nissa and see if green and or black are open. And not the best. Excuse me. Blue Jays outside being loud. Sure-footed Infiltrator is good. Holy cow. I might have to go close that. What do we want here? What's our pick? Nothing really. That goes with Nissa. Tap on tap fruit. Can't be blocked. I think I'm going to take the Infiltrator and see if we can get there on rogues. And I'm going to go shut the window. I'll be right back. Also, I'm going to switch to here. I meant to mute the microphone and not take away the camera, so my apologies. Probably go recovery here. It's a little more in line with Nissa, but I think Nissa is the more powerful card. That being said, Wind Robber is good as well. Seafloor Stalker is nice in the rogue decks. But I think we just take the recovery here. Even if we do end up blue-black, then that is a way that we can splash. Or we can try and splash Nissa if we need. Ooh. So there's really good black here. Is Feed the Swarm just better than Shadowcat? That's what it's between for me. Shadowcat's more in line with the green-black, and it was very strong for us last game, especially with the green-black uncommon. The skeleton, where you can just keep bringing it back. In the late game, it makes a 5/5 menace, or makes a 5/5 every turn, and you can sack it and draw a card, and then put the skeleton on top of your deck, get it back again next turn, keep kicking it, and if you have any sort of payoffs for that stuff, it's fantastic. Wow, another Shadowcat. Holy cow. Blue seems to be strong as well with those two cards still being there. But it seems like black is where we're going to want to be. Maybe not. Wow. We could still be black-blue. Maybe I'll take the Royal Mage. I would like to not end up full Sultai. It would not be good. We'll take the Zendikar here and just hope to not play it. I think... Let me turn that back up. I think, is it Dreadworm here? Or maybe Spell Shield even? Not sure. Whatever it is, I don't think we want to play it. If we do end up green-black, the Constrictor is beautiful, giving our stuff menace. I think I would just rather have the Ascetic here, even though I'm going to hope to not have to play that. Take another Constrictor. Blue seems to be drying up. It seems like we might be more in the black-green color again, but we do have a very strong black-green start with 2 Shadow Cats, a Nissa, 2 Constrictors. We're doing it right now. What rogues do we have? Just the one? We have 1 wizard and 1 rogue, and they're both blue. I think they did already refund my gold, which is really cool. I think I may have paid for the event in gems, but I'm just going to spend it on another draft anyways, so I'm not worried about that. Pod is going super slow here. Swamplestillskin. Wow, why is Bugcatcher going so late? I'll take the Brute because we might play it, but that's one of the better red commons in the set, in my opinion. That should not be... What was that pack? Pick 11? That should not be their pick 11. So far, I feel like this draft, we could have forced our way into blue pretty easily. It seemed fairly open. And with the pick 1 bubble snare and also... what's the uncommon? The domination. Blue seems like it could have been open. Pretty easy ambush here. If we could wheel the Blightblade, the Gloomhunter, or the Visionary, I'd be happy. But ambush is just excellent. What does this do? Benefit exile up to 1 target. Mana costs 4 or less. And it leaves the battlefield. Could be good. But yeah, I think pretty easy ambush here. Maybe even Reclaim the Wastes if we do. I don't think either of these cards are worth splashing. But again, blue seemed fairly open, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I just don't quite anticipate that being the way that we go. What's our creature count like? 9 through 1? Maybe we trim down on some of the higher end stuff. Boy, this person is extremely slow. Picking their picks. I feel like this camera is just not cooperating with me. My goodness. What is this person doing? How do they still have packs? How has it not forced them to pass it yet? Very, very confused. Is it me? Is my arena just messed up again? Nope. So I think we want the colony. I think that's slightly better than Gloomhunter and Mind Drain. I wouldn't be mad if another turn timber. Yes, another turn timber. Good grief, that's hard for me to say. I wouldn't be mad if that wheeled, but I would prefer either of the black cards to come back to us. I have a feeling that the Ascetic will wheel. How many of these red cards do we think come back? Because all 3 are strong. All 3 should be picked. But how many do we think actually will? I'm going to say 2. I think somebody will take the flip land and the other ones will still be there. Rapid Bite is excellent. What does this do? Tap another rogue. It gains Death Touch. Combat damage to a player. That player mills 3 cards. We could try and get more rogues. Right now we only have 1. I think Rabid Bite's just better for now. If we can get any of the Stinger, Subtle Strike, or the Stomper back, that would be... That's kind of what we're hoping to wheel here. I don't think the Stinger makes it back to us, but that's fine. That's a good card. I don't think it's... We're obviously not the right deck for it, and we keep getting farther and farther. Why is that still here? Yeah, we're going to take this rogue. Now I wish I'd taken the other rogue and just take as many black rogues as we can. This card's just excellent. And it's a flip, which I'm happy to take as many as we can. Zendikar might wheel. Kind of hoping the Skulker wheels. Scale the Heights is alright. I think I'm just on Vanquish the Week here. We only played Scale the Heights a couple times, and it didn't seem to hurt us, but it also wasn't like an A+ card in the deck, where Vanquish the Weak is just a, not premium removal spell, but it is a removal spell. Feed the Swarm or Colony number 2? I think it's Feed the Swarm. Blood Beckoning is really nice too. Wow. Boy, if we could get any of those two cards back, I would be thrilled. The fact that Feed the Swarm is still here, pick 6, makes it seem... I mean, right after a Vanquish the Week, I feel like... Excuse me. I feel like black might be a little bit open. Or maybe there's just not too many people drafting it. Not much for us here. There is black, which is a good sign. But nothing really for us. Just going to take the Blade Master for the collection. I don't think we're going to play another... Wow, Visionary. Late. What? Why? Why is Into the Royal still here? Man, if we had gone blue... Good grief. We're pretty far off of actually being blue anymore. Skulker's good. That's a good sign that if we do wheel that uncommon... Jeez, another one. If we wheel the uncommon payoff, I forget what it's called, then that's a good sign for us that we have, what's it called, that they're wheeling rogues. I could not think of the word. So we don't... I'll just take an Adventure Awaits rather than a second. Yeah, so we don't... I think that was the pack with it. Yeah, so we don't wheel anything that we were hoping to, and that's fine. So just a Florahedron here. I think it's between Florahedron and Mind Drain. Nothing to write home about there. I think it's just the Florahedron. We do want to be a decently land-heavy deck for Nissa. So maybe the Zendikar... Did I take it? No, I didn't. Maybe the Zendikar would have been a good pick to, again, just increase our... Not our land count, but the times we can play lands. When our land dies, we get it back and we can play it again. Our landfall triggers, I should say. How many... So we're kind of like a green-black... Ooh, yes, 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 yes. What are we hoping to wheel? There's no way the Adventurer comes back. Maybe the Brute, maybe the Sky Dancer. But we can't pass that. There's a chance it would make it back around to us, just if no one else is in the colors. But we can't pass that with 2 Shadow Cats. And with the Constrictors, if you kick it, it's a 5/5 menace every turn. Yeah. Definitely cannot pass that. I don't think the Adventurer will wheel. If it does, that's what we're hoping for. Otherwise, maybe the Brute or the whatever the flying one was, I forget. I really like the Scythe Cat. I also really like Rabid Bite. What's our removal like? We've got 1 Rabid Bite, a Feed the Swarm, a Vanquish the Weak. Do we have the... Yeah, we have a fight spell, so I think I'm going to take Scythe Cat here. We're at 13 creatures. Passing on 2 removal spells. I think first Scythe Cat is probably better than second one of either of those. If we had the 1-drop Death Touchers, Rabid Bite would be much higher up on my list. But I think I'm just going to take the Scythe Cat. Oh, we get an on-color rare. What does it do? Spell can't be countered. Kicked enters with 4 1/1s. If that weren't in the pack, it would probably be Stomper or Blightblade. But we'll just take it. It's an on-color rare. Probably not going to pass that. Not going to be too happy, or not going to be too mad about it. Pretty happy to see it. Nothing here. I'll just take the Sorcerer for the collection building. This is actually close. Survivor versus Nectar Pot. I think it's Survivor, but it's close. I think these are both 2-drops that we would be happy to play, especially since we have very few 2-drops. Oh, jeez. Yeah, anything in this pack we would be happy with. All 3 of those are cards that would absolutely make the final cut. Skeleton is just gas for us. Pretty easy Florahedron here. 5 mana, 4/5. Not well. It's still I'm still on Florahedron, but thinking about it, it triggers our 1/1s counter stuff. That's not bad, but I'm happy with second Florahedron here. What's our party stuff looking like? 2 wizards, 2 warriors, 1 rogue. Yeah, we're not doing a ton of party stuff. Oh, whoops, I don't know what we just took. Take the brute here. What did we just take? Oh, Colossus. I probably would have taken the 1-drop that puts counters on stuff there. Just ran out of time. Wasn't paying attention. I don't think that's a huge loss for us. Nothing here, so we'll just take another Colossus. Yeah, we want that. I really like that card in this deck with things like Rabid Bites in the deck. Broken Wings is not going to be main deckable. Oh my gosh. Yes! That is wonderful. Very happy with that wheeling. Very, very happy with that wheeling. So we need to make 6 cuts here. So I think I'm probably going to cut the Dreadworm, the Ascetic. Let's get these off by themselves. All of our flippers. So what do we have? We got a good number of them. 5? Right? Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am happy with that. Do I want to run Adventure Awaits? I don't know. Brute, what's our creature count? 19? We can cut 1 Brute at least. We didn't get really many payoffs for the 1/1 counters. Aside from the Constrictor, we didn't get any of the Ooze or the one that makes 1/1 creatures, 1/1 plants or insects or whatever they are, which is unfortunate. I think maybe we cut... I think I want to keep Adventure Awaits because it's one of our only real ways to draw a bunch of cards or to look at a bunch of cards. The Visionaries and maybe the Shadow Cat are the only other real ways to do that. What's our removal like? We have 1 fight spell, 2 fight spells. We have 4 removal spells plus a Death Toucher. That's not bad. 3 cuts to make. I guess Gnarly Colony is a little bit of a +1/+1 counter card. I think I am going to cut the Adventure Awaits actually and just kind of move in. I think we're more landfall stuff than 1/1 counters. I think the 1/1 counters are just going to be a byproduct of that as ways to get back our skeleton. Maybe I cut the other brute and I want to keep the Zendikar so we can get back our flippers. So let's see, 1 more cut. Maybe we cut a Constrictor. We'll put our lands in, and we're going to use lands that I'm actually familiar with so that I don't catch the same mistake, or I don't make the same mistake I did last time where I kept the wrong hand. What's our split? A lot of green it looks like, yeah. So we're gonna go 9, 8 on lands here. And then I think that's gonna be the deck. I think that's it. We're kind of a green-black landfall. Let's split it so we can see our creatures. Yeah, I think we're just going to be a green-black kind of landfall, +1/+1 counter stuff. So once again, let me know in the comments what I drafted too highly, what I should have drafted higher. I think the deck came out all right. It seems a little bit more... It seems a little bit more synergistic, but kind of in 2 ways, if that makes sense. Less synergistic overall, but it's kind of... I don't know. We'll see how the deck goes. Thank you, and yeah, just let me know, because this is only my 2nd time now drafting green-black.